Good morning, everyone. Myself, Anaka KV, and my register number is NSS17CS013. Now, let's move upon to our project demo titled Sign Language Recognition System using CNN. We are guided by our assistant professor, Mrs. Chitra S. Nair ma'am. As the name suggests itself, we are recognizing Indian Sign Languages using CNN. That is, we are training our system model using CNN. It's a real-time recognition system which we have developed. After training and prediction, we have acquired an accuracy of about 92%. For the model, first we have to create a data set which will be handled by myself, and then training the model session will be handled by Mukta. After that, the real-time recognition system will be handled by Anasuya and Mufliha. Now we will move on to the dataset creation session. This is the code that we have used here for our model. Here we are creating a sign detector which detects numbers from 0 to 9 and also the alphabets from A to Z. Here we are using a webcam of our local system. We will be having a live feed from the video cam, and every frame that detects a hand in the arrow, that is the region of interest created, will be saved in the directory that contains two folders, train and test, containing images captured using the create gesture data py. We get the live camera feed using OpenCV and create an arrow eye that is nothing but the part of the frame where we want to detect the hand in the form of gestures. This is the part that we have used, and we have given the dimensions as ROI top as 100, bottom as 300, right as 150 and left as 350. After that, we are calculating the accumulated weighted average to differentiate between the region of interest and also the background. We have also calculating the threshold using ZV to find contours. After that, the video images are segmented for further processing. The final step is that capturing of the image using video capture and through the live field of the webcam. When the contour are detected or hand is detected, we start to save the image of the ROI in train and set respectively. After that, we are taking the frame copies to save in the train and test image folders for our further processing.
Thank you, Anaka. I am Mukta AA and my register number is NSS17CS040. So here I am going to show the code which is used for building, training and evaluating our CNN model. We have imported our Google Drive in which we have uploaded our data set. So we are mounting our Google Drive in the Colab to access the data set. We have imported necessary libraries which is used for building, training, optimizing the laws and for various other purposes. We have also imported the image data generator for accessing the data set. We have divided our data set into training, testing and validation batches with a batch size of 18. Now we have plotted our images in the training batch. Here is the shape of it. So we are taking 18 images at a time, and the image size is 64 by 64 and it contains 3 channels. Coming on to our model, it's a sequential model. So, and we have added 3 convolutional layers, and we have also added a max pool layer in between which shrinks the image by a factor of 2 as the pool size is 2. It shrinks the image by sliding a window of size 2 by 2 across the image matrix, and it selects the pixel with the maximum value, which has the which in turn has the maximum intensity. This is the summary of our model. We have compiled our model using ADAM optimizer and SGD optimizer with the learning rate of 0.001. We have trained our model for 15 epochs At the end of the 15th epoch, we have obtained a training loss of 0.12 and accuracy of 0.98. After which we evaluate our model with the testing dataset. We have obtained an accuracy of 94.4%. This is the loss curve which indicates the training and validation loss. So it decreases with each epoch, and it converges to a considerably small value at the end of the 15th epoch. This is the accuracy curve which shows the validation accuracy. So accuracy increases with each epoch, and it finally at the end of the 15th epoch it has a value nearer to 1. Now we store our input images in the list P2 and its labels in the list L2, and we have rounded our prediction probabilities. That is, the model predicts each of the images by and it outputs the prediction probabilities, which indicate the chance of an image belonging to each of the classes. And we are rounding our predictions so that we can get the maximum value which indicates the class to which the image belongs. We have rounded our labels too, and we have computed our confusion metrics, which indicate how much images are incorrectly classified and how much are correctly classified. That is, indicates the number of true positives, true negatives, false positives and false negatives. So we have plotted a graph based on the above confusion metrics. Okay, so after which we have computed our classification report. So classification report shows various metrics such as precision recall, F1 score and support. These are used for evaluating our model. So precision returns the proportion of true positive among all values predicted as positive. Accuracy, which is shown here, returns the proportion of correct predictions. Recall returns the proportion of positive values which are correctly predicted. And F1 score is the harmonic mean of precision and recall. Support is the number of observations for each classes. Coming below, we have accuracy as I have mentioned before. Macro average is the average of F1 score for each label without considering its proportion of images. Whereas in weighted average, we consider the proportion of images in each labels. Okay, so that's it. Thank you. Next session will be handled by Mufliha.
Myself Mufliha. My register number is NSS 17CS039. I am discussing an area of real-time prediction of sign. And for that, here we are creating a bounding box for detecting the region of interest and calculating the accumulated average as we did in creating the dataset, which is done for identifying any foreground object. Then we find the maximum contour, that is, if contour is detected, that means a hand is detected, so the threshold of region of interest is treated as a test image. For this, first of all, we imported the required Python module for pre-processing and prediction of the image. Now loaded the previously saved model using keras.models.load model and given path to it. Then the thresholded image of the region of interest consisting of hand as input is given to the model for prediction, and initialize the background variable and set the dimensions of region of interest that is as the region of interest top, bottom, right, left, and provided the values. This is the function to calculate the background accumulated weighted average for background subtraction, and this is for code for segmenting the hand to get the maximum contours and the thresholded image of hand detection. Contour is the outline or boundary of an object located in an image, and thresholding is the assignment of pixel intensities to zeros and ones based on a particular threshold level so that our object of interest alone is captured from an image. After that, applying the threshold, we will get the foreground image. And the next area of real-time prediction will be discussed by Anastasia.
Hello everyone, myself Anastasia Sijay. My register number is NSS17CS016. Now moving on to the real-time detection. Through the segmentation function we are finding the threshold and contours. Now we are going to detect the hand on live cam. So here we are using video capture through which image is captured and the threshold is detected. After finding the threshold, we are comparing the threshold with that of our model and the output is predicted. Now proceeding on to the demo. As you can see, I will be showing some Indian Sign Language gestures, and these gestures are detected by the live cam, and the output is predicted and shown us in the form of text. So we have done prediction for about 10 digits and 26 letters. This is the end of our demo. Thank you.